going on, everybody? How you doing today? We are going to do M2 training today. And the way that we're going to do M2 training today, it was going to break down a lot of the stuff that you need to generate your perfect letter that needs to go out today. And we're going to do it very simply, very easily. I'm going to make sure that you guys, by the time you're done watching these segments of videos that I'm about to put together, that you're going to be able to get this done completely, flawlessly every single time. Now, sometimes I'm going to be in front of the camera. You're going to be looking at me. Sometimes I'm going to be up on the board, and I'm going to be actually writing on the board and giving you guys the things that you'll be able to see on the screen so you guys can see how to do it correctly. Everything is going to be live. I'm not doctoring these videos. I'm not editing these videos. So this is how I'm talking to you is going to be legit. It's going to be real, and it's going to be the best that I possibly can do to actually get you guys to have the best training that's possible. There are going to be live trainings that you can join at any time, any point in time. Any of those meetings, any you're willing to join, it'll be listed in the description, but it'll also be listed on our M2 Trainers channel that you can go in and watch at any point in time on how to get to what I teach in that class without questions. Now, I want to thank everybody for being here. We're going to get started piece by piece, and I'm going to break down on how to go through the the whole software in its entirety. All right, everybody, see you in the screens. Let's go. Well, this is great. Now we're in the screens over here, and this is going to be the first place that we start. We're always going to start on the home screen, barring we've already figured that you guys have already joined us and that you've already registered. So this is really what you're going to see when you come in, and I like to break everything down. So first you're going to see an image of yourself or whoever's utilizing the software over here. And on this right-hand side, you're going to see your profile, FAQs, logout, and English to Spanish tabs bars over here that you can utilize. Then over here in the middle, this is the most important section, at least according to me, where you could see your name, your email address, which is also your username, and your general attacks. Your general attacks are made to pay the AI to generate your letters. So think of it like a token. Think of it as an arcade that you're going to, that you're going to utilize, that when you put the token inside of the arcade, that token is going to let you be able to play. Here's the thing. The subscription to get tokens has to be live every month to be able to play or utilize the AI to be able to generate the letters for you. So I want to make that clear. And then your system text and email credits, where you could see you got to put your information over here, but it'll let you know how much text and email credits that you have. Now you do have a video that you can watch, basically how to set up your letters, but I do it and teach it a little bit differently. And then if you have any questions, you can join the community. Come over here. That's the community. Just so you guys can see it. We got 19,100 members at the time of this recording. Hopefully, by the time you're watching this, we have a whole lot more. If you're having any technical issues, always submit a support ticket immediately. Do not wait. Do not go searching for somebody to answer your to answer your question. Go in here, write a support ticket, then go searching for an answer. So to make sure that that ticket is on file immediately so that you guys can do... so you guys can actually get working in the software. Your trainings are right here. Every training is listed here: 8 p.m. Monday and Wednesday, Tuesday and Thursday at 6 p.m., Saturday at 11 a.m. EST, and then no training on holidays. Click here to join live trainings. So these are the trainings. And then you book your one-on-one call over here for the Phenom software. This is only live on the Phenom software. All the other GLs do not have that. GL stands for gray label, and a gray label is somebody who owns another version of the software. Like ourselves, we have our own version. I will show it in another video. Also, every time that I go through this video, please make sure that you like and subscribe the YouTube channel. We want to make sure that you are liking and subscribing and building up this channel, getting it out to the whole M2 world, everybody that's utilizing it. We want to keep increasing the M2 world. All right. So that's just the homepage. The homepage is completed, and this is going to be great. Now, I'm going to skip over the get started videos because we're doing the live videos here today.
Yeah.
So for you and I, don't worry about it. You don't need to go into get started tab. But if you want to go into the get started tab, that's okay. You can go there. There's no harm, no foul. It's going to be a bunch of videos with the FAQ at the bottom on how to select your videos. But be real, if you're really watching this video, you don't need this because you're literally watching a video on how to get started. So everything will be good. Pricing. So I'm going to be honest with everybody over here. I want everybody to pay attention to what I'm about to go over here. This is really important, this section that we're going over right now. This section is basically going to set yourself up for failure or set yourself up for success by understanding each package and how we go through each package and what we're doing with each package. Each package is going to set yourself up for failure or set yourself up for success. We really, really, really need you guys to understand each package and how each package works. So I'm going to go back to the screen. So when we're doing this, guys, what we're doing is we're trying to make people understand with this that we're really, can you bear with me 1 second? We really need to understand the software. We really need to understand what we're doing. We really need to understand each and everything. So if I'm coming over here and I'm drawing something for you guys, like I want to draw something for you, I want you guys to see what we're drawing. So I'm moving my pencils and pens into play over here, and we're going to start drawing some stuff. So first things first, I'm going to take the screen and put the screen up to where it is. So let's scroll up over here, and I'm up at the board so you guys can see that, putting up my pencils and pens. So let's come over here. Let's do this. I'm going to do this in orange so you guys can see it. So I'll just see if this works. No. Let's see. It doesn't work on the screen. Okay, that's okay. When we look at these screens and how this is going to work over here, this is going to work a little bit differently than the other packages. So when I focus on this screen, I do not like this iron package. And there's a reason that I don't like this iron package. The reason that I don't like this iron package is this iron package is not setting you up for success. This is when somebody is just at the end of their rounds and it's a singular person trying to get their credit repair done, not a person that has started or is starting their credit repair. It's somebody that's trying to get their credit repair done and is understanding that they're already there. So the key and case in point of what I'm trying to say is that $97 package is not for starters. It's not for people in the beginning. It's for people that are existing, that understand how to set up the letter, have a letter set up, and are in their higher rounds. They're in round 6, they're in round 7, they're in round 8, they're in round 10, 12, 13, whichever round that they're in, but they're in those rounds, and that's causing them to be in a better position to know that they don't need to go over the letters, but they want to. So here's the thing. Let's go over here and look at the next package. The next package is your bronze package. This is the starter package. This is where people need to start. And the reason that they need to start over here is because if you look at the $97 package, the $97 package is giving you the ability to have, giving the ability to have 1 GA. And I'm going to try to get my mouse to get up on the screen so you guys can see this. Bear with me 1 second. Let's see if that worked. Yes, that worked. Now I can draw. Okay, so again, like I said, I'm doing this live in the sense so you guys are watching me doing this live, even though it's recorded. You are watching me do this live, and that's what I love about this. So I'm not cutting anything out. Might be some pieces over here that we're gonna have to cut out in a little bit, but that's fine. Bump. There we go. So This $97 package, and now that I have my thing that I can draw upon, here you go. That's for one person or one GA or general attack. One of those tokens. One token. Well, this is 4. It's going to be 4 tokens. This is going to be 8 tokens. 17 GAs. Let me use the proper terminology. 30 GAs and 100 GAs. Okay, now this one's 1. Let me do math for you guys, because the math ain't math, and with this package over here. Ready? If you do the first round and you don't know what you're doing, and you send it to one of the PAMS providers, the PAMS providers is going to look at the letter. They're going to tell you about the letter, and they're going to see if it's right or wrong. I only know of one PAMS provider that do that. I'll let you know about that when we get through. So you have $97. Now, tokens in the software, extra tokens or extra GAs cost $40. Why did I write 40 twice? Well, because this package on the first round, doesn't matter how good you are, you're going to make 2 errors, which total $177. How much is that? This is now 1 GA plus 2 more. It's a total of 3 GAs used, 3 gas. This one has 4. So you're telling me this whole package cost me $217 for 4 GAs, right? When this one cost $147 a month. That's why it's the best package to get started with. That's why it's the best package to get started with. This file handles 2. This file handles 1 to 2 people. This one handles 2 to 4. This one handles 10, 15, and 50. Ali, why did you write that? Here's the reason that I wrote that. I wrote that so you understand that everybody makes a mistake, even myself training you. I've made a mistake in live classes. I made a mistake here. We're human. So you need to be ready to be able to make that mistake. And you have to have that in the bank to be able to make that mistake so you don't wind up spending more money. Because then you allocate your finances for the month on what you're going to spend, this, that, and the other thing. And if you make a mistake, it's going to be costly. So if you buy the proper package, you won't make that mistake. And when you don't make that mistake, what happens? You will actually start to succeed in this software because your mind is already about succeeding when you buy the right package right from the jump. Okay? Now, these are my suggestions, professional suggestion. If 97 is the way you want to go, great. Go with the $97 package. But I'm telling you, 99% of the time, people are making at least 2 errors, okay? Once we're done with this, I'm going to remove all the stuff over here real quick. Once we're done with this, after you've seen everything, we're going to move up to the home page over here. When we get back to the home page, I'm going to move this. Can I move this up here? Hold on. I'm going to move this over here. I'm going to move this. We did the get start pricing. If you need to purchase an additional tack, you click here. If you need to manage your subscription, you click manage your subscription. But now here's the thing. If you want to change your subscription, upgrade, you have to cancel. So make sure you're done with your package. What does that mean? I've generated all my attacks. I did everything that I needed to do. And because I did everything that she needed to do, you're good to rock and roll. Because if you cancel midway through, you're done. And I'm just going to use this as an example because life be lifing. And you go through and say your car breaks down, a tire blows out, whatever, and you had to use that extra money you were going to use to upgrade to now go fix the tire on your car. That's always, bad example, but good example. That one tire is going to cost $197. You were going to upgrade to the $197 package. You don't have that extra money to upgrade. So now You're halfway through your thing. You canceled your package. You went to go upgrade. Now you can't upgrade because they took the money out and you can't go back. So make sure you're done with your package before you upgrade. So I'll just give you an example. I bought the package with 4 GAs. I did all my clients. Everything's finished. I'm done. Let me send it out. Everything's sent out. Everything's good. I'm gonna now cancel and upgrade to the silver package with the 197, which has the 8 GAs inside of it, and that's where we want to go. So I'm talking to you directly. So when you're doing this and you're going through and you're thinking about all this stuff, you know exactly what needs to be done. You know how it needs to be done, and your mindset on it is, I need it to be done. And a lot of the questions that I'm going to answer, I'm answering FAQs over here at the same time when I'm talking to you guys. I'm injecting the FAQs inside. So once that's done, once you've gone over it, once everything is completed, we want to make sure that we're pushing you into the right direction. We're pushing you into the ability to get that done properly. We went over all that stuff. We're gonna go into the next thing, which is on the computer screen, which is going to be how to get your credit report. So now I'm gonna come over here. I'm gonna click credit report. My Free Score now is the only company that we're working with. I'm gonna tell everybody, yes, we work with 3 other companies, but they don't give you the access to the most aggressive attack if we work with those companies. And because they don't give us access to the most aggressive attack, we want you to focus on the most aggressive attack to get the best results. So we want you to get a My Free Score now, which gives you the access to the Epic Pro report. That's the best way of going about it. That's how you get that. Now your report scoreboard, you can pull your client's credit report in over here. You can select a report and you'll see all that information directly over here. Derogatories, all that stuff that they have, merge counts, all that stuff, it'll be over here. And that's done. Now we're gonna go to what I consider the meat and potatoes of the whole game, right? This is how you create a profile. So I'm not gonna create a profile, but I'm gonna show you how to create a profile, and then I'll show you the perfect profile. So for everybody that's here, I need you to pay clear attention. I need you to, if I put it up on that board, it needs to go in your letters. If you don't have that and you're watching this later, update whatever I tell you to update. Don't question what I'm saying to you. Don't think, well, somebody else said something. No, what I'm telling you is key, because this is what they're looking for. And if you're printing with my team, this is what you're going to get failed on if you don't have it. So I'm talking to every single person right now that is looking to get this done and start their credit repair business or start to fix their own credit, that this is the stuff we're looking for. So please get this right off the bat so we can get you rocking and rolling immediately. All right, let's switch that on. Let's go. All right. I'm heading up to the board, ladies and gents. Let's do this. All right. Let's bring up back our pens. Look at this. So I like to color coordinate everything that we're doing. This first box is going to be your first thing that you need. Can consist of 3 documents. Your ID, or driver's license, or passport. Okay? And this is how you're going to fill it out. First name, space, middle name. John, space, Joe. This one is going to be last name, or last names with an S. Suffolk. So it's going to be Smith Jr. Smith Jr. Your date of birth, simple. 01/01/1990. Cool, right? I'm going to change colors. Put that ID down. Put that ID down. I don't need that. Now we're going to move to the next thing. This box is going to be your social security card. So SSC, W-2, tax statement. Those are the 3, first page of tax statement. Those are the 3 documents that could be used. Okay? 000 dash 00 dash 0012. Make sense? Perfect. Put the social security card down. Move to the next one. This is what I call your proof of address, which can be utilized. And I'm going to write it over here. Your proof of address is bank statement, insurance, bill, any bill, utility bill, phone bill, cable bill, water bill, any bill that's for your location that you live at. So bill, okay? Bank statement, bill, insurance. I just named those are the best ones, okay? Now, simple and easy. Spell everything out in its entirety. We live at 8 North West Smith Street, apartment. I don't have enough room, so I'm writing an APT 2B. Now, I live in New York, so check this out. In New York, Manhattan is New York City. If it says Manhattan, which is very rare, you're going to put Manhattan. So you're looking at that bill. If you're looking at the water bill and the water bill says Manhattan, you're writing Manhattan. If the phone bill says, you're utilizing the phone bill, it says New York City or New York, you're going to write whatever it says. Because when my team is printing for you, they're not looking at your ID. They're looking at the bill because that's what the bureau is going to look at. So you want to make sure whatever's on that bill or the POA, proof of address, right? The POA that we're always that everything matches up in here and that it always looks perfect. You see that? Take a mental screen of this. Rewatch this 5, 6, 7, 8 times. Understand it. Okay? The question, do I need to put my middle name if it's up on the board? Yes. My driver's license matches my proof of address. Do I need to put that? Yes, you need to put both. You're still required to put a proof of address. Oh, my driver's license doesn't match my proof of address. So then follow what I drew up on the board. Well, I don't want to use my driver's license. Use a passport. Use an ID. Everything, all the questions that you may have are up on the board. They're up there for a reason. They're there because those are the frequently asked questions. That is the best way to go about running this system. It is the best way to prove, okay, that this is never going to get a turn down for improper information. Check this out. I color coordinated it for you as well. You don't have to worry about anything. You don't have to worry about this. Because of the color coordination, because of everything we did, you actually have a document in front of you visually that you can see how to do it. The line between the space of the middle name on the first name box. Yes, everything's going in the first name box. The last name box with the suffix. Or if you have multiple last names, my name is Smith Jones, put Smith Jones Jr. Okay? That's everything that you can follow is going to be here. You have your date of birth. I can use my social security card. I can use my W-2, or I can use the first page of my tax statement. Okay? I have my street number. It's all spelled out. Reason, no ambiguity. They can't say that they don't understand where it came from because it's right there. You have the address to its perfection, the city, where it's stating, okay, well, I know I live in New York City, but it says Manhattan. I'm putting Manhattan. Don't mess with it because that's what the proof of address says. That's what the bill says. That's what the bank statement says. The same thing with the state and the zip code. So this is made for perfection, ladies and gentlemen, and I want you to understand that. Every time that you create a level of perfection, a file that is perfect, that is the key. Yes, and I'm getting up and down. That's why I have my pen in my hand. I'm getting up and down and walking to the board. We're writing this perfectly for you so you don't waste a GA. This is how people waste a GA. Watch this 2-3 times over. Watch it over. Go over this. It's 5 minutes. Watch it over again. Watch it over until you oh, now I get it. I get what he's saying. I understand it. Okay? And I'm going to show you why when you get to the bill. Okay? So let me get out of here, right? I'm going to clear the drawing. Let's scroll down. We're going to go over here. We're going to do My Free Score Now, username and password. That's usually your email address for My Free Score Now and the password that you use. Make sure it says both MFSN, default report, and Epic Pro report. And then over here, you're going to upload ID, driver's license or passport in this one. In this one, you're going to upload the social security card, first page of tax form, or W-2. Don't do a passport. Don't do a green card. If that's what you have, do a green card. But the rest of the stuff, just like I told you. And then the last one, like I said, over here is going to be your proof of address, bank statement, utility bill, whatever it is. Do not redact anything. Do not redact anything. Oh, keyword, I wasn't sharing that. Let me go back and say that again. Over here, My Free Score Now username, password. Usually the email address. You're going to make sure it says both MFSN, Epic Pro Report, and then over here your ID, social security card, and proof of address. And then come down and click save. Oops, I didn't do anything. Now we're going to come back, and this is what a perfect file looks like. This is exactly what a perfect file looks like. This is everything that a perfect file has in its entirety. We have all this stuff over here, which is perfect. You have your My Free Score Now report that has been pulled in, and we'll show you the username over here. Your ID and passport, ID, social security card, and proof of address will be over here. Now, if you use your passport card, I'm doing this for somebody, doing this as an example. I put it down here so you can see. You can have this or this, okay? Or you can have your passport, and then your monitoring company with your report pulled. Now, if I click this little pencil and click process HTML, I can process everything over here. Like it'll be perfect. Okay. And then now go back. And now everything's great. We have everything all saved. Everything's beautiful. Click save one more time and let's get ready to go into the attack area. Well, actually, what we're going to do is we're going to go over the client onboarding link. I don't suggest use of this. Here's the reason why. A lot of people make mistakes. I just taught you how to onboard a client properly, how to onboard yourself, how to onboard a client properly. So what happens if you send this link out to your client, what's going to happen? They don't know how to onboard themselves. So now you're double, triple checking all this information. You can get it for them, but if you don't double, triple check, this is where errors happen. Seen it happen a lot. So make sure that you go over here and double check this data and this information. And then what we have is the import client list, where you can see if you've imported or exported any data. That's all the stuff that's right there. Now, communication portal. If you have text coming in, it'll come in here. Oops, let's get rid of this. If you have text, they'll come in over here. If you have emails, they'll come in over here. You have a support ticket and what's going on with the action, it will be in the support ticket. If you have a PAM's invoice, it will be over here. Your PAM status will be over here. And then if you want to create or manage a template, you can come over here. I'm just going to go over here and fix this one for everybody. Oh, I need to add the address. My address is, and then I click the address button. Boom. And it's done. Upload content. And now you should just save that. Now I just uploaded that and now says my address is, and it'll automatically pull it from the system. All right, perfect. Let's go. Let's go to send rounds of attack. I'm going to the attack area. And now this is the basic frame. If you generate an attack over here, if you generate an attack over here, this is what's going to be going on over here. I don't think I did the communication portal, but I'm going to go over it one more time. Text messages are going to come here. Emails are going to come here. Support tickets are going to come here. PAM's invoices are going to come here. If you have an invoice that you need to download, it'll be here, but you'll be able to see what's going on. And then you can fix your profile templates over here, which I'll go through one more time. Come over here, edit a template. Look, it says my name, first name, my username is, and then whatever. And then I can put email. My email is, and then boom, upload content, and I'm done. Now that's uploaded. Now let's go send rounds of attack. If you haven't generated a client, nothing will be here. If you have generated a client, this is what we call the attack area, the historical attack area. You can see every client that you've generated, all the different amounts of items and files that have come out, and the numbers of stuff attacked over here. Now, if you want to send to a PAMS provider, I am one of the PAMS providers. We will print your letters out for you. Okay, you can come over here and click this paper airplane if you haven't done so already, and you can select the Ali Badi team and send that out. Click send to PAMS. Boom, done. Now, if you don't have anything in this section and nothing is done, you're going to click go to the attack area. So now, this is actually how to create an attack letter. I'm going to teach you the AIs first and how quickly it is. We're going to actually generate a letter. And then I'm also going to teach you how to run it, the do-it-yourself method. The AIs are simple, easy, takes about 20 seconds to generate a letter, while the do-it-yourself section takes a little more time. I'm going to go as slow as possible. A lot easier in class, but I'm going to go as slow as possible over here and focus on what I can with you without being in front of the camera, and try to get as much as I can of this done to let you guys know what it is. So let's get started without further waiting. Okay. I'm going to select my client. I'm going to select one of the three AIs that are up here: maximum efficiency, maximum effectiveness, maximum mixed focus with special focus. One of the three AIs, just understand, this one generates 1 to 6 letters. This one generates up to 100 letters, and this one generates 30 letters. Now, do what's right for your pocket. If you're having financial troubles, don't generate the 100 or the 30 letters. Generate the 1 to 6 letters, because it's going to cost you a lot of money. So just be prepared for the truth of what comes with it. When you generate 100 letters at minimum 10 pages a letter, you're looking at 1,000 pages. So you have to be prepared for that in case that happens. So I want everybody to see. You want to pick a PAMS provider to print the letters for you. You can pick myself and come over here and do that. Now, anybody that's coming over here, TPMPA, actually, this is on YouTube, M2 Trainer, and that'll be your different pricing structure and how we know where you're coming from. Put M2 Trainer over here in the notes section, and the notes section will let you know that, let us know that you came from here, and also give you a different pricing structure when it comes to actually utilizing the system and doing everything with the system. So this is going to be awesome. All right. So, and I click generate, and I'm generating that letter. So I did maximum efficiency because I'm a little stronger. I'm a little hard for cash right now, and it's going to generate the letter for me, and it's going to generate 6 letters or 7 letters, whatever the case may be. And I'm going to show you guys that in a sec. Now we're just going to wait for this to generate. I'm probably going to cut the length of time out over here. Perfect. Now it just generated the letters. Just save it to your computer. And now you can view your letters over here at any point in time. Look, it generated 3 letters. Let's see how big they are. It's 11 pages with all the negative items on it. That's 11 pages with all the negative items on it. Perfect. Done. Okay, let's go back down. Now, let's generate a more aggressive one. Same client. Now I'm going to do it yourself. Same thing. M2 Trainer. All right. I'm going to click generate. Now, I'm going to get up and I'm going to go to the board. When I go to the board, I'm going to start doing a little work. Let's get our Let's get our camera, not our camera. Let's get our little pencil thing up over here. Let's get rock and roll, and let's get you guys, let's get you guys rocked out, right? So now, when I'm up at the board, what do we see? We see that this is the AI, and this is your attack number. That's all it is. So I want the most aggressive AI. How do we know the most aggressive AI? Well, I'm going to show it to you. This is the most aggressive AI, MPEPs. Doesn't matter what software you're in, MPEPs. Just remember that. So in this specific software, it's indemnity. So I'm going to come over here. I'm going to select indemnity. I'm going to shut off phenomenal. I'm going to select indemnity. I'm going to select attack number 1. And look what happens. This shows up. Red, green, and blue boxes. Red means do not attack. Green means attack each of these in a separate envelope. Blue means add them all together in the same envelope. Basically what we just did on the AI section. So in the AI section, that's the AI. That's the maximum efficiency. This is maximum effectiveness. Right? And this is, I'm not attacking anything. But for purposes of training, I'm going to teach you guys how to read the credit report and understand the categories. Now, just going to do a little breakdown over here. I use an abbreviation. Here's the abbreviation and how I sum it up. I take the first letter of each word and I use that as my abbreviation. All right? So, just to give you an idea, give me a second. So this one over here would be SLCC. This is MCC. And this is AOCC. Okay? This is INQ. I'm going to use the first one over here because it's inquiries. This is public records, pub, or PR, whichever one you want to use. PR, pub, or PR. And then the last one is PI, or the one up here is PI, which is personal information. Okay? And then you have SLDL. Always remember it's going to be, add that number, 3 plus, MDL, 3 plus, and AODL, 3 plus. So I'm just going to write this out, SLDL, 3 plus, MDL, 3 plus, and AODL, 3 plus. Why am I doing this? I'm showing you guys my abbreviation, so when I get into this and I go quickly, you're going to be like, well, how did he get that? Well, here's how I got it. I'm literally taking all this data from this box and knowing that they're going to put it in the next boxes, and I'm literally going to go and say, hey, I know these are categories. Let's find out how we're going to select these categories. Right? Here we go. So this one is SL, DL, 1-2, MDL, 1-2, and this is AODL, 1-2. Okay? So, ready? Just to let everybody know, the most selected things in this software are AOCC, AODL 3 plus, and AODL 1-2. Most selected things in this software. So if you already know that, you know the other ones are going to be a rarity. So let's go run this report. Let's clear off this screen. Let's run a report. Let's figure out what's on this credit report. So first and foremost, let the system read. There's going to be a pop-up that comes up. It's going to tell us that there's no addresses attached to a file. That's okay. We're not sending out creditor letters, so we don't care. Reason we don't send out creditor letters, 90% of them get returned. So now what I'm going to do, just to show you, come over here. See this orange circle? Every software has a different color circle, but it's in the same spot. I'm going to click that circle. It's going to pop up a bunch of stuff. Ooh, that's a lot of stuff, right? But that magical green color means that it's positive. And because it's positive, let's go over here, click this box that says hide positive items. I just clicked it. Now let's go back down to that circle, and guess what happened? That circle has now been reduced to a bunch of colors. Well, here's the cool thing. I just selected the top over here. I want everybody to see this. This is going to be your negative item. Number. Box 1, 2, 3, 4. Most important box over here is going to be this one. And the reason that it's the most important box is because, hey, look, PI just popped up. Guess what? I'm going to write that in the corner. PI's here. That's the first negative item that we have. Great. So if that's what we know is the first negative item that we have, this is fantastic. So we already can start moving on to the next level and go into the next place and start to get all the rest of the categories. So let's go. I'm going to delete all this stuff off. Beautiful. Look at that. Got PI in the corner. Let's go down. Oop, let's get rid of the arrow. Let's go back down. Let's go over here to 2. Find out what 2 is. Well, here's 2. INQ. It's an inquiry. So that color brown is an inquiry. I just wrote it up in the top. Let's make sure. Let's see if we have any more INQs. Guess what? 3 is an INQ. 4 is an INQ. 5 is an INQ. Look, the box don't even have to move. 8's an INQ. 13's an INQ. 14, 24, 36, and 40. All INQ. So everything that's in that thing, everything that's in that brown color is an inquiry. So let the software go. 41, INQ, but it's related to an account. 42, what does that mean? It means somebody just recently opened this, so it's related to an account. That's why they're not going to use all the aggressive tactics, so that when they get it off, they're not trying to get it to remove the account. They're just trying to get it off. If it falls off, fantastic. If it doesn't, they're going to leave it alone. All right? So we're done there. We wrote INQ in the corner. Let's go to 87. Well, what's 87? Here we go. A, O, D, L, 1-2. Oh, great. Look, somebody took a screenshot on that other page. They already know. First one that AOD, not B, DL 1-2. Guess what? One of the ones that I told you is most frequent is already here. Let's go to 88. SLDL 3+. But let me get rid of all these over here. Let's rewrite those boxes. SLDL 3+. Let's write that in the top over here. SLDL 3+. Oh, we got 2 done. Let's go to 89. Let's delete this. Let's go over here. Ready? CO. Well, if I remember correctly, there was no CO when they were doing this. But what was there? There was an AOCC, all other charge-off and collections. So CO translates to AOCC. So equals AOCC. Let's write AOCC. Now I'm going to leave that right there, and let's keep going. That's 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, all equaled out perfectly. So all those are charge-offs. Let's go to 94. Well, that don't equal out, so let's get rid of that. Let's go back over here, right? Oh, AODL, but again, AODL 1-2. Perfect, right? We wrote that. We already wrote it, so we don't have to write it again. Just showing everybody. Let's go to 95. AODL, 96. SLDL. Let's write that down. SLDL 3. Beautiful. All right. So now we have that. We already got that. So now let's scroll down. Let's check our documents that we uploaded. Now, hack to the game. Ready? Look what I did over here, just so you guys can see it. Hack. First name, last name, ID. First name, last name, S as a C, social security card. First name, last name, POA. First name, last name, passport card. I can never get it wrong. I can never mess up an image. I can never upload the wrong image because it's all labeled. So if you're doing this on your computer, do it like that. You'll never make a mistake. Great. So we have all the information that we need. Let's scroll up to the top. Let's go to the top. So let's come over here, go to the top, click the button top over here. And we're going to, in the top corner over here, we're going to click client info right there. I'm going to click that. And I'm just going to double check this. Ready? Name is correct. Pearl Street's correct. New York, New York. This is correct. This is correct. This is correct. If everything's correct over here, that means I'm ready to generate my letter. Right? I'm ready to generate. And if I'm ready to generate, let's go. So now I'm going to go back to that AI box. Here's that AI box. Right? I'm going to select it. I'm going to turn it off and I'm going to turn it on. I'm going to select our round 1 and I'm going to let round 1 go. I'm going to get rid of our AI over here at the top. Ready? Now, I have everything written in green on the right-hand side of the screen. Let's go over here. Let's select this. I'm going to turn off everything in red because I have everything that I need. Personal information, inquiries. I have AODL 1-2, SLDL 3+, and AOCC. I have everything selected now. Right? How many credit bureaus are there? So when you're running this game, if you select everything in green, count your green check marks, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 green check marks, 5 green checks, right? 5 green checks. How many credit bureaus? 3 CBs, credit bureaus, right? 3 times 5 equals 15. Okay, perfect. We're going to put that in that box right there. Every time. So when I'm going to select that box, I'm going to put 15 right there. Boom. That's it. But then you're going to put default, default, default. Now, what happens if you did the blue? How many is the blue? Let's just do the blue real quick. Okay? Just to help you guys out. What happens if I selected everything in blue? Right? Let's go over here. Blue, on the other hand, total 6. It doesn't matter if you select, oops. Doesn't matter if you select 1 blue, so this total would be 6. Or if you select all blues, the total is 6. So that's 6. You don't have to count anything, you just got to write 6. Now, if you select blue plus 1 green, now it's 6 plus 3, so that's 9. They don't have 9, scroll up to the biggest number, 10. But we already know what's on the credit report, so why we got to select blue? We come over here, we go to the most aggressive attack. Following the stuff that we had up on the screen, we do 5 times 3, 15. And we go down and hit next. Here's the last thing. We're going to generate that report in about 30 seconds. That button's going to come up at the top that says verify creditor addresses. We do not care because we don't send out to creditors. We're going to click include all 3 bureaus, generate the letter. We're done. We are done. That's it. That's all it took. Now I'm going to delete all this stuff off the side, and I'm going to come get on that side of the screen with you guys in about 2 seconds. Just give me 2 seconds. I'm going to show you that letter, the difference in that letter, and we're ready to rock and roll. So that's generating a more aggressive letter, and as you can see, this letter is taking a little more time to generate than the previous letter because this letter, okay, this letter is not as weak, truthfully, meaning weak, as the other letter was. So let's get rid of that stuff. Here, hit enter. What the heck? Bear with me 1 second. I gotta close this and click save. So now I just downloaded that letter. I'm gonna show you guys what that letter looks like. And that'll be it for training. Let's look at that letter. Look how many what the difference between this. The other one generated 3 letters, just generated 24. That's already a difference. Now I'm just going to click the collection charge off just because it's the easiest. I like this letter the best. As you can see, it's already a different format from the other letter. And let's take that letter and compare them side by side. If you bear with me 1 second. So I can actually try to get those letters side by side. Okay, let's get those letters side by side. Here. That's perfect. Ready? Let's pull this off. And then perfect. So this is everything together, 11 pages. This is just a collection, 17 pages. The difference in letters on how it works is completely different from each thing on how we're moving just because of what AI you choose to pick. You can see it side by side. And this is just the power of this software without even dabbling. This is just easy, and this is just a basic class. So understanding that I just went through the basics of everything, this is the power of how fast this software can get you to go through this. It takes about 2 minutes to generate a letter. So it has 8 rounds in one attack. That's 2 minutes times 8 rounds. That's 16 minutes. 16 minutes for 8 months can change your whole life. So get started with us today. I appreciate everybody. I appreciate everybody listening to me today. I appreciate everything that we've gone over. This maybe be chopped and screwed 15 different times, but I can't wait to actually go through all this stuff with you. And I'm looking forward to see you in a live class. I hope you print with me, and see you guys soon.